thanks guys. How we all doing? How's everybody? Having a good time? We all have our accessories?
Yes.
Perfect. Oh man. So I have roommates, and I hate saying it like that because it makes it sound like I have a disease. Been diagnosed with roommates. Your cost of living goes down, but you can't use the stove whenever you want to. Thank you. Oh man, I like my roommates, I really do. It reminds me of when I used to live with my sibling at home, except my roommates can be very easily replaced. Like if my sister came home like a half an hour late, we called the police. I haven't seen one of my roommates for 3 days, and the only thing I've done is eat her food. Oh man. I have life outside my apartment. I have friends, and all my friends recently have been trying to get me to go to strip clubs. I have one friend who comes up to me and he goes, "Russell, you gotta go to this strip club. I know all the girls there on a first name basis." And I think he wants me to say, "Wow, that's awesome." But instead I always say, "Wow, I didn't know you made that much money." I had no idea you were doing that good. I don't really feel like going to a strip club. I've never really felt the need to go. I only ever went once, and that was not on purpose. It was on my 18th birthday, and my friends told me that we were going to Olive Garden. Yeah, imagine my surprise when we showed up to a place where the last thing you want to be considered is family. I was doing some research for this bit, because I'm thorough, and I found out there are Yelp reviews for strip clubs. And my favorite Yelp review was for a strip club in New York City called Rick's Cabaret. And it got a 3-star review, and the guy said, "I'm docking it 1 star because it doesn't have a stripper pole. I'm docking it a 2nd star because there was only 1 dancer. But I'm giving it 3 stars because they served the best French onion soup I've ever had." Got good food and no strippers. That might as well be a diner. Oh man. Every time I get upset with where I am in my life, I just Google people I went to high school with to see who's in jail. It's very cathartic. People are always so, nostalgic about high school. I got a text message from a friend the other day saying, "High school was the best years of our lives." And I sent him a text message back saying, "In my high school, we had an assembly about whether or not we were allowed to wear Confederate flags." Oh yes, you were right to gasp. It's true, this girl came in, she wore a Confederate flag on her shirt, and on the shirt it said, "If you think this is racist, you need a history lesson." I went to high school in Pennsylvania. I don't think I need the history lesson. I'm not the one wearing a Confederate flag 150 years late in the wrong part of the country. I love it when people from high school try to pretend they're buddy-buddy with you. I saw a guy on the street the other day. I went to high school with him. Came up to me and he goes, "Russell, do you remember all those wild times we had?" And I said, "No, because I wasn't invited." Guys, have you ever hated somebody so much that you wanted to die at their funeral just so you could steal their thunder? I see that you have. I have a list of people I hope die before me just so I can ruin the last good thing to ever happen to them. I'm grown, it's the best revenge ever. No one can ever have a happy memory about that guy without also thinking of you. No one could ever be just like, "Oh, remember when Billy won the spelling bee?" No, because I remember when that guy stood up at his funeral and yelled, "I am Billy's lover," before shooting himself in the face. But you keep holding on to that spelling bee. That one's more for me. Oh man. I went to a friend's apartment recently, and before I went over there, he sent me a quick text and he said, "Fair warning, you're gonna meet my roommate, and he's a jerk." So I get to my friend's apartment, his roommate only has 5 fingers. He only has 2 on his right hand and 3 on his left hand. How was that not the fair warning? I'm Russell Poole, you guys have been great. Thank you.